Guys, we have found it right behind me. You're looking at the absolute most affordable brand new townhomes here in the city of Coquitlam, and more specifically Burke Mountain, which I know a lot of you have definitely really enjoyed. So today we'll be taking you through not one, not two, but three of the units, all different price point and layout. And at the very end, we're gonna get into all the pricing that you need to know about this project, because like we mentioned, they are the most affordable, best price project right now here in the neighborhood of Burke Mountain. And as you see behind me, this project actually isn't even released yet to the public, but you know we like to get you guys in early. Please excuse the noise as they are still doing construction down there, so we got all these big trucks driving by. But we are giving you a sneak peek, an early preview of this brand new project that is yet to be released. This is one I am extremely stoked about. Let's step on into the first home and check it out right now. All right guys, so this is the first unit that we'll be taking you through. This is one of their smallest layouts, and then we, of course, like we mentioned, we'll have the larger homes coming right to you guys after we take a look at this one. But for some numbers, this is going to be a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath home with 1,263 square feet in its interior. So this is going to be a tandem garage. So you will have 2 parking still, not one, you'll have 2, but it'll be tandem, one at the front, one at the back. So of course the inconvenience with this would be for the car back here to go out, the front one would have to leave first if you have 2 cars. But let's step upstairs and take you through the rest of this unit. Now, as we're walking up, like I mentioned, these are going to be some of the best priced townhomes here in Burke Mountain, and we're going to get into all of that towards the end of this video. But first, I'll let you guys enjoy the tour of these homes. We have a lot to cover. This is a very, very interesting, intriguing project. So let's get on ahead. Even right off the bat, I hope you can tell this is not a traditional, typical kitchen that you see. If I give you a quick shot first. So let's go through one part at a time. First, you got this good sized fridge over here. And I think you already noticed how long this island is. This is not your typical island that you'll see. This is a lot longer than even most of the 3-bedroom townhomes here in this area. If I take a step down here, you'll see you can comfortably fit 5, if not 6 stools up here on the island. And of course you do have your gas stove right over there. And the pull out, what we see a lot of these days. So other than that, you know, nothing crazy about this kitchen. Very bright, very clean looking with the white. I really do like this color tone, and I think the backyard is going to be something you'll be absolutely surprised about. But you do have tucked away here a small little powder room, and you have 4 stairs throughout this home. But if we take a step out, I am pleasantly surprised at how spacious actually this backyard is. So you have this concrete area, they've put a mat on top, but you can set up a table, set up some chairs, and you know, maybe have a barbecue up here. They do have a gas line over there, so you can definitely set up your grill. And then here you have your cute little backyard, but definitely surprising in the sense that you have a little bit more yard space than I expected for a townhouse that is going to be 1,200 square feet in its interior, 1,260 to be exact, but still. But if we keep going, you have your designated dining space right over here. And I quite like this setup. This really takes advantage of the space so that, you know, you do have the wall punched back there, so you can make sure you maximize the amount of space you have here on the side. I know some of the layouts of the dining table is too far out here. You feel like it's a narrow walkway to get to your living room, but you definitely don't get that here with this unit, and partially because of how they have set this up. But if we come out into the living room, I really appreciate that, of course, they have utilized that space so that, you know, when you're sitting down, it does still feel spacious enough. You're far from the TV. You get that wall pushed back with the stairs over there. So even though this is a more narrow unit, they have really maximized the space that they've used. And the next unit we'll be taking you through will be right over there. That is going to be their largest unit. So make sure you stick around for that. That one is absolutely beautiful. But if we keep going up, this will be, of course, it's not the largest of homes. It's 1,260 square feet. But if we go through, this is going to be very, very suitable for maybe a young family, if you have one kid, or even if you have two kids. There are 3 bedrooms up here. The bedrooms aren't the largest of sizes, but of course that is in alignment with the square footage. And of course, Burke Mountain, as you guys know, they are developing so many different projects and homes here. They got some single family right behind there. But we'll open this up so you can see that you do have a very standard, pretty spacious closet space for one of your secondary bedrooms over here. If we go right across, this will be secondary bedroom number 2. I think they're hinting at you, for those of you that have a baby on the way, or you do have one, this is going to be a very suitable room. It's a nice and cozy one, not the largest of sizes, but yeah, definitely a good fit for that. And then let's keep going on. Of course, you got your shared bathroom up here. Got the bathtub, very standard. And then right beside your primary bedroom, you have your stacked laundry. And if we go in, you have your primary bedroom, and what I really like that they did for this primary bedroom is going to be the vaulted ceilings. It's a little bit higher, so of course, given the square footage, they are trying to give you as much feeling of space as you can. The vaulted ceilings definitely help you with that. You got some good sized windows, a lot of natural light coming in, and yeah, you can see the projects. Those ones will be built out, so this will be a little bit more covered than you see right now, since there will be homes there. But still, of course, a bunch of natural light coming in. And as we walk through, you have your walk-through closet here to the left and to the right. You see this a lot for homes, even condos that are trying to maximize the space. They don't have necessarily enough for a walk-in closet, but that one, the walk-through closet, gives you some space on the left and to the right side of the hallway for you to take advantage of. And I want to note that the floors here, actually, these are heated floors, so it's extremely nice. Of course, we get some winter times here, as you know, so having this heated floor walking in at night, definitely going to be a nice little touch. So there you have it, guys. That is the first home that we are taking you through, and we got 2 more after this, with the last one probably going to be the best value that I've seen in a long time, so definitely make sure you stick around for that. But this next home will be their largest floor plan, and it's completely staged, beautifully staged, so we're going to take you through that. Make sure you stick around. Let's continue on with this video. Let's get it. Okay guys, so this is the second home that we're taking you through. Like we mentioned, this is going to be their largest floor plan. Let's walk on in and take you through this home. So you guys probably got a little sneak peek of the numbers for this home, but as we walk in, right away you have your powder room in the corner hidden over here. And then as we move forward, this is going to be a different floor plan than a lot of the units that you see nowadays. You're greeted first with a hallway, and to the right here you have your coat closet. You can put your coats when you have guests over, put your shoes down there. But a good sized coat closet, and you are leaded by this hallway into your main living and dining area. So we're going to get over there in just a second, but right here you do have your side-by-side 2-car garage. So this is going to be a big difference right away from this unit to the last one that we took you through. Of course, now we're going to get into the numbers. This is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath home with 2,314 to 2,328 square feet in its interior. So much bigger, larger, more spacious, of course, with the square footage floor plan than the last home that we took you through. This is completely for a different type of consumer compared to the last one. But here you have a nice, cozy living area, and I really like this extra little bar space, I guess you could call it, that they put over here. And I would do exactly like they did, put your coffee maker over here, and you know, this is a great spot for that. But what I really like about this floor plan is the amount of windows that you have. So even though this is not a corner unit, you don't have your windows to the side. You have windows going all along this main floor. And we're gonna get you out there in just a second so you can see the enjoyment you can get from that patio. But of course, over here, you got your dining table, completely separate space. You have your designated dining table and a very, very good sized kitchen. If I stand back here, you can get a full view. The island size for this one compared to the last unit actually is not all that different. It looks very similar to me. But if we come on in, the kitchen itself will have some differences. So you have your microwave up there, and this one you have your oven right beneath here. And that is because you don't have your oven over here. You have your gas cooktop, but right underneath, you can maximize your cabinet space because all this will be additional space for you to put your pots, your pans, and anything that you want to go into this kitchen. You know, plenty of storage in there. And the color tone of this kitchen also is a little bit different from the last unit, but still looks and feels very clean. And I also really like this. This is going to be, this is a design item, so you know, of course, this is part of their staging, but just take a second and look at that. This is absolutely beautiful. If I were to live in this unit, I would definitely do the same with this little area that they got over here. But there you go, you can see the light, a bunch of natural light coming in. Now let's take a quick step outside and show you their good sized balcony over here. They have a table set up there. After a hot summer day, you can enjoy your time out here with the family. But I'll give you a bit of a view of the street. They have a lot of homes over there already built, and of course construction going on in this project down there. We'll get you down there in the backyard once we go down to the basement, but I just want to show you first this patio. So now let's first take a step upstairs to the bedrooms before we go down to the basement and show you the bedroom down there as well as the rec room that you have. So up here will be 3 of your bedrooms. I want you to note that they do have high ceilings over here, slightly higher than taller than normal, so it feels, again, spacious when you're walking through it. This will be your shared bathroom up here for 2 of your bedrooms. And if we step into here, you have a massive upgrade, of course. You have your own designated washer and dryer, utility room, side-by-side laundry, and of course you need the counter on top to do your folding. You need the cabinets to store some of your stuff, to hang some shirts up, whatever you need. This is going to be a perfect utility room for really anyone that I can think of. I absolutely love that. But then if we turn left here, this will be your first bedroom. And again, this is their largest unit, so I'm sure you can see a massive difference between the bedroom size of this unit compared to the last one. Pretty decent sized closet over here. And then as we turn left, this will be bedroom number 2, but they have set this up as a home office. So the windows on this one is not as large. So I actually think this is, you know, a perfect setup for a home office unless you need or want to use this as another bedroom. If you want to have a home office in here, this would be a great room to use. You don't have your massive windows, but you do still have light coming in. But again, of course, if you want to use this as a bedroom, it is a full-size bedroom with your closet. And now let's take a step into the primary bedroom. So for this one, you do have your very good sized walk-in closet, plenty spacious in there, and a very cozy primary bedroom, again with the vaulted ceilings. So I really like that they've kept this consistent throughout their units. Now the last unit that we'll be taking you through right after this one, it has less square footage in its interior compared to this home, but actually the main level for me, that one feels even more spacious than this one. So I'll be excited to be taking you guys through that. Make sure you stick around. But this will be their massive primary ensuite bathroom. You have your standing shower and you have your tub with a massive light fixture right on top. So very, very nice. And I really like it when units do this, but you have your toilet over here with a separate door. So if someone's, you know, using the toilet, they can close the door. You don't have to be disturbed out here. And of course you have your double vanity. And look at how much space you have in between. You're never going to be hitting elbows with your partner or whoever you're living with if you guys are sharing this bathroom. And an absolutely gigantic mirror. Take some steps, let's go downstairs and show you what the basement has to offer. So you do have 3 bedrooms like you saw up there, and the 4th bedroom will be down in the basement. And look, if you are considering making a move to Metro Vancouver, or you live here already and you want to make an upsize, downsize, maybe purchase your first home, go ahead and reach out to us. We love helping people like you, and we get calls and emails all the time. We absolutely love it. So we're gonna have our contact information right up there. Pause the video right now, shoot us a text, give us a call, however you like it, and we would love to be a resource and of value to you and of service to help you make a smooth move. But now that we have gotten to the basement, let's turn this around and you will see the rec room, first of all, that we are talking about. So right over here, this is a very spacious rec room. If you have kids, they will absolutely love this area. They can set up, whether it's a theater, maybe if they like to play some games on the TV, play some board games, anything you want to do. This is just an amazing space to have that. And on top of that, you do have your second entrance over there. So we'll take a step out in just a second to show you your backyard and the other entrance that you have. But then in here, you have a massive additional storage room. So this space can really store a lot of things, and even here they have the carpet extending up until right over there. They have some shelves for you to store some additional things to make it tidy. I think that's a great idea, but just a great space for you to utilize if you have extra things laying around, which I'm sure if you're living in this with a couple of kids, I'm sure you do have extra things laying around. But here will be your fourth bedroom in the lower level, and massive windows. This is probably, if you're going to use a secondary bedroom, this is my personal favorite secondary bedroom of the home. You have your privacy down here. You have a large closet, and really the most important thing, I think, would be having the yard right in front of you. So you get a bunch of natural light coming into this unit, and you have your yard space in your rec room easily accessible. Of course, for that, you have a full-size bathroom down here in the lower level as well. So now let's take a quick step outside. I just want to show you the yard space that you have. So, like we mentioned, this can be your second way of entering the home. So if maybe you parked on the street, or you want to come in right from here, not through the other side where the garage is, you can do that and walk into the lower level. They have some seating out here and nice little yard space. So that is the street parking that I'm talking about. Maybe if you have friends, you have guests over, they can just walk on in right into this back door from here. And now we are going to go to the last unit that we want to showcase to you guys, which the actual square footage of that is right in between the first home that we took you through and this one, but the main level feels absolutely massive and spacious. So let's take a couple steps and let's check that out right now. All right guys, so this is going to be the last unit that we're taking you through. I hope you're seeing this. This is actually going to be a corner unit. So you're only sharing a wall with the unit on the one side of the home, but let's take a couple steps up and go on into this home. And like we touched on briefly, this one, it is in between the interior square footage of the first and second home that we took you through, but it definitely feels extremely spacious. And we've seen this interesting layout before, where you have your hallway that leads down, and if you turn right into your main level. So let's come on up first before we showcase you the lower level in just a second. Now this home, as you're seeing right now, it isn't staged, so we're going to have to use our imaginations a little bit here. But what you're looking at, this is a 4-bedroom plus den, 3.5 bath with 1,822 to 1,859 square feet in its interior. So not as much internal square footage as the second home we took you through, but it certainly feels ultra spacious with the amount of utilized square footage here in the main level. So keeping in alignment with their larger homes, they have the microwave and the oven top and bottom, and they have kept the gas cooktop over here with no oven underneath, so you can have that extra storage space over there. And if we turn around, this is, in my opinion, the most ideal area location to put the sink, with the window right on top, because right there behind you, this is going to be your private backyard. And if you have kids, I know you always want to keep an eye on them if you can, especially if they're younger kids. And if they're playing back there in the backyard, you're out here doing the dishes, I think this is the most ideal setup for that. And if we turn around, completely different floor plan from the last unit we took you through. This is just one big open space compared to the last one, where you have more of a segmented area, designated space for your dining and your living. And this island itself, it is not as long as the last two islands that we just saw. a little bit wider. You could probably still fit comfortably 3 stools on there. So, you know, still a great space if you want to use this as your breakfast bar. Let's take a step outside first because I think this is a backyard that a lot of people will enjoy. So if we come out here, you have, first of all, plenty of concrete. So if you want to set up some chairs, a table out here, if you want to use this as a space to barbecue, you have that just like you do in the other units. But this backyard, this is going to be the most spacious backyard of all the units. You can definitely have your kids running around, set up maybe a trampoline here or a mini soccer field, whatever you want. But the biggest part I want to mention is, of course, we already did, this is a corner unit, so you have nothing right there to your side. Now let's take a step back in here. And we're going to show you the lower level where they have the 4th bedroom down there last. But first, let's go through the rest of this main level as well as the upper floor. So you have your coat closet over here. It is not right by the entrance, but still right as you come up the stairs into the main level, you have it to the right. So just a couple extra steps and you can store all your coats and hang all your coats and your shoes. And you do have a good size powder room tucked away over here. And right before we check out the 3 bedrooms up top, this is a little hidden corner space over here. And if you guessed a den, you are correct, because this is a nice little corner here for you to have a den. And I think this is a perfect spot for your home office. The last home we took you through, I called one of their bedrooms but the perfect setup for home office. But this one, I think having this space is perfectly designated for that. If you want to set up a desk that way, you have plenty large windows with natural light coming in. That's I really like how they added that. And now let's take these stairs. Let's go up top. Check out the bedrooms up there. Have a little sneaky window over here. Just thought I'd note that. Now, once you get up, the first thing right away, you have your side-by-side laundry with your counter. So you still got your side-by-side, you still have your counter where you can fold your clothes, hang some stuff, put your detergent, but this is not its own room. So the downside to this one compared to the last one is with these doors opened up, it's going to be a little bit difficult for people that are coming through from the primary bedroom or to the secondary bedroom over here. You'll have to open and close them. So that is going to be less ideal compared to the last one. But still having side-by-side laundry is already a great perk. Now this is going to be secondary bedroom number 1. Pretty good size. Again, large windows. Just open these up real quick for you. I know this is probably a little bit repetitive, but I think people do appreciate and want to check out how much closet space, depending on the person, not for everyone, but for a lot of people, that is something that's very important. Secondary bedroom number 2. This one is a little bit smaller than the last one. Similar size closet though. And then, of course, your shared bathroom. This whole space up top here in the upper level is a perfect indication of a unit that is in between the first and the second home that we took you through in terms of size. You have your walk-in closet. This is actually very spacious, so I appreciate that. And on top of that, you have additional space in here, whether you want to use this as a linen closet or just another area, another closet for you to put your own personal belongings. And then keeping in alignment with the vaulted ceilings, this is going to be the primary bedroom. Not as large as the second home that we took you through, but still pretty good space. And I like having this seat. If you, at night, you want to do some reading, you can sit up there. Or if you have pets, I think this is, I always call it the perfect space to put your cat bed. So I'll leave that comment up to you guys. Maybe you can let me know down below if you agree or disagree with that. And then you have your ensuite over here, double vanity. And this one doesn't have a tub. It has a very good size standing shower, but unlike the second home we took you through, it does not have a tub. Now there it is, guys. I know this video was absolutely jam-packed. We took you through 3 different homes. I hope you enjoyed the tour. Now we're going to jump on the screen. I'm gonna show you the floor plans and of course get into the pricing that I know you guys have been waiting for. Like we mentioned, they have the best price, most affordable townhome units here in Burke Mountain. So let's cut to that right now. There it is, guys. We hope you enjoyed the tour of that beautiful project. And we love it when we're able to showcase you different floor plans. The more the better. So we want to say thank you also to the developers for allowing us to not only get in and take a tour and get some information on this project early before they're actually released, but also for providing access for us to film 3 of their units. So thank you to them for that. And now, right before we get into the prices, I want to note, if you are interested in this project or you're interested in any other projects up here in Coquitlam, in the city, in the neighborhood of Burke Mountain, go ahead and reach out to us. I'm going to leave our contact information right up there. You know, we get calls, emails, texts all the time, like I mentioned in the video, from all of you who are interested in purchasing a home, and maybe you're in a situation where you have to upsize, downsize, and you need some help figuring out the logistics. So please don't hesitate. Go ahead and pause the video. Our contact information is right up there. Reach out to us and we would love to be a resource for you. But now, getting onto the prices, the first home that we took you through, like we mentioned, this is going to be the lowest price brand new townhouse in all of Burke Mountain as of right now. And that is their A floor plan with 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 1,263 square feet in its interior, and that one has a starting price of $949,000. Now, I just want to make a small note here. These prices are potentially subject to change, more so on the larger homes, because those ones will have a little bit more variation, whether it's a corner unit, whether you're getting more of a view, less of a view. So that one may be subject to some fluctuation, but in general, this should be a very solid, very close, at least, price point to what they will officially come out with when they launch. But the second home that we took you through, that is their 4 bedroom, 3.5 bath home with 2,314 to 2,328 square feet in its interior. That is going to be their C plan. And as of right now, they have an expected starting price for that of $1.279 million. So of course, if you are a corner unit, there's a little bit of a premium over there. And then the further along the project you go, further down Victoria, that you will have a little bit of a better view. So those ones, I expect that to be a little bit higher in price point as well. And then the last home that we took you through, that is the 4 bedroom plus den, 3.5 bath with 1,822 to 1,859 square feet in its interior. That's going to be their F plan. And as of right now, the starting price for that is projected to be $1.179 million. So those are all the prices that we have as of right now pertaining to this project. If you would like the most up-to-date price, maybe you're watching this a little bit more down the road in the future, go ahead, reach out to us like I mentioned. Thank you guys for sticking around. I'm going to leave some tours of some other of the most popular projects up here in the city of Coquitlam, the neighborhood of Burke Mountain, for you guys to check out. We've done a lot of brand new home tours up here, so we'll let you check those out if you're interested. Thanks again for watching, and as always, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.